If I wanted to lose 5, 10, 15, 20 plus pounds, these are the 10 things I would be doing for sustainable and long-term weight loss. And maybe you're someone that's already on a weight loss journey and you've hit a plateau. Well, my guess is you're not doing all 10 of these things, and adding what you're missing can get you through that plateau. Welcome to Boom 50 Fitness. My name's Regan, and this is your channel for all things health and fitness in your 50s and beyond. And who am I to tell you how to lose weight? Well, my degree's in exercise physiology. I'm currently in a program to become a nutritionist, and I'm also getting my master's in health sciences and nutrition. I was working on a research paper the other week, and I came up with this, and this is gonna check off the first 5 items on this list. I call it 30 to the power of 5. Number 1 is get 30 grams of protein with every meal. 2 is get less than 30 grams of carbohydrates at each meal. 3 is to get 30 grams of fiber every day. 4 is to strength train with heavy weights for 30 minutes, a minimum of 3 times a week. And number 5 is to walk at least 2 times a day, 30 minutes each time. I mean, if you're just doing all 5 of those, you are going to lose weight. But let's take a little bit deeper dive, and then we'll go into numbers 6 through 10, and I'm sure I will get a bonus one in there after the 10. Okay, so starting off with protein, you know I always talk about protein, but protein is so important when it comes to losing or maintaining your weight. But how does protein help you maintain or even lose weight? Well, when you eat protein, it's very satiating, meaning you will feel full for a much longer period of time. And the reason for this is because protein takes much longer to digest than other nutrients. So basically, if you don't eat much protein, you're probably going to eat more calories at other meals. The other thing protein does is it helps preserve lean muscle mass. Protein's used to build muscle, so as you're shedding your pounds, it's going to be really important that you keep your muscle. I've talked about this in other videos, but protein uses more calories to actually go through the digestion process. It's called the thermic effect of food. So it seems pretty simple, but just by eating protein, you're burning more calories than if you were just eating carbs. And on a high protein diet, you will actually store less fat. Your body processes the 3 main macronutrients, protein, carbohydrates, and fats in different ways. And protein is much harder to store as body fat than carbohydrates or fats. So on a high protein diet, you will store less fat. Okay, number 2 is eat less than 30 grams of carbohydrates at each meal. I'm not going to hate on carbohydrates. I love carbohydrates, but there are a certain type of carbohydrates that I love. I call them the slow carbohydrates, and those are the fruits and the vegetables. When it comes to fruits, specifically berries, blueberries, blackberries, strawberries, those kind of fruits. Nuts and seeds can also be grouped in to the slow carb category. So if you are really serious about weight loss this time, your carbs should come from lots of vegetables, berries such as what I mentioned, blackberries, blueberries, strawberries, nuts and seeds, and stay away from the breads and the pastas and the rice, you know, those kinds of things. As you know, I am not the coach that likes to take things away from you. So no, I am not going to take carbs away from you. What I do want is for you to get less than 30 grams of carbs at each meal. And those carbs that you do take in, I want them to come from lots of vegetables, the fruits that I mentioned, the berries with all the antioxidants, nuts and seeds, and for now, staying away from pasta and bread and rice, you know, the carbs that raise your blood sugar. Not that the fruits and veg won't raise your blood sugar a little bit, but it won't elevate your glucose levels too high. Extra glucose is stored in the liver and the muscles, and the rest of it turns to body fat. Okay, number 3, we are moving on to fiber. What you want is to get 30 grams of fiber every day. So we have it so far, right? 30 grams of protein at every meal, less than 30 grams of carbohydrates at every meal, and 30 grams of fiber in a day. I feel like fiber is one of those important nutrients that's often overlooked. So like protein, fiber can help you feel full, but it also feeds your friendly gut bacteria. The soluble fiber that helps you feel full longer has also been shown to help decrease belly fat. So what is high in soluble fiber? Well, those slow vegetable carbohydrates. Great idea to keep track of your fiber because most people get way less than what they should be taking in. And when I did my project for school where we had to track everything that we ate, I was 1 gram short of 30 grams of fiber a day. So I ended up getting a fiber supplement, and I will link that down below. It's by my favorite company called Thorne. And what I do is just half a scoop, and that adds about 4 grams of fiber to my high protein afternoon drink. What I definitely need to point out is if you do decide to supplement with fiber, 1, make sure you go for a high quality fiber like the one I'm linking down below, and also ease into it. If it says to take 1 scoop a day, maybe just start with a 1/4 scoop or a half a scoop. Yeah, you know why. You just don't want those digestive issues, so you want to build up to the right amount slowly. Okay, number 4 in 30 to the power of 5 is strength training for 30 minutes, a minimum of 3 times a week. Heavy strength training, heavy strength training. Most people can lift heavier than what they're lifting at the gym. For me, I'll usually pick a weight where I can get to 8 to 10 with perfect form. Gone are the days of light weights and lots of reps. Someone asked me the other day what I do for cardio now that I closed my spin studio. And I said, nothing. I don't do cardio anymore. And their mouth just dropped open. And I said, you know what? I lift so heavy that there's my cardio workout. If you are lifting really, really heavy weights, you are going to strengthen your heart at the same time. Now, I also walk all the time, lots of walking. So I do consider that my cardio. I try to stay in zone 2 cardio. So when I go on my walks, if I'm not with a friend, if I'm alone and just walking and listening to a podcast, I try to breathe through my nose. If I'm on a big hill and I have to open my mouth to breathe, that's okay. But otherwise, you're staying in zone 2 the whole time if you can breathe through your nose. Or you can always do the talk test. The talk test would mean, can you walk and talk at the same time? And once a week, I get on that spin bike right back there because I do kind of miss it. I play some of my fun videos that I used to play when I owned my spin studio. And I get on once a week for about 30 minutes, and I still keep it in about zone 2. So I'm not doing cardio the way I used to. And if you are a midlife lady like me, you should not be doing that either, because that just raises the cortisol levels too much. And yes, the strength training is going to raise the cortisol levels as well, but that's where I know I'm going to get the biggest bang for my buck. All right, you guys, so you've got to do the strength training. If you don't know where to start, leave me a message down below and I'll reach out and we can have a little chat. You got to build the muscle to burn the fat. You want to be strong and lean. You do not want to be skinny fat. Okay, and number 5 in my 30 to the power of 5 is to walk 2 times a day for 30 minutes each time. And 30 minutes 2 times a day is very, very doable. If you want to do one 1-hour walk, do one 1-hour walk, but also make sure you're not sitting on your butt the rest of the day. If you want to do 4 15-minute walks, even better. Try to take those walks after you've eaten. This is a place where a lot of people fall short. They just don't get the steps in that they should be getting. And I promise you, this will get you through your plateau. Get your steps in, walk every single day. Okay, number 6, this one might surprise you, but ditch the scale. All right, so let's get into the psychology of why you would ditch the scale. It has been shown in several studies that people who weigh themselves more than once a week have higher rates of anxiety and depression and lower self-esteem. And listen to this, people who got on the scale and actually lost weight had a higher rate of body dissatisfaction. And listen to this, frequent weighing has been linked to future weight gain. And I see this with friends and family and clients all the time. They'll get really down on themselves if they've gained a few pounds when they're working so hard. So know yourself and be really aware of how you feel if you do step on that scale. But personally, I would say just ditch it all together, because the scale just weighs your whole mass. It doesn't determine what your body composition is. You really want to know your body composition, which is a great baseline, way better than the number on the scale. Go get a DEXA scan. They are all over the country. They don't cost a whole lot of money. I recommend it to all of my clients because that's where I want our baseline to start, not by a number on the scale. Okay, if lighting looks a little bit different, it's because I had to charge my camera and my mic actually attaches into my camera, so I can't charge and film at the same time. All right, so ditch the scale, moving on. Number 7 is drink apple cider vinegar. Why everyone doesn't do this, I don't know. It's like nature's Ozempic. I'm not even on a weight loss journey, but it is so healthy, it is so good for you that I drink it every morning. I mean, I guess one of the reasons people don't drink it is because it tastes awful, but knock it back. You don't have to love everything you put into your body. I love almost everything, but I'll tell you what, I have to choke this down pretty much every day, but you know, it's 30 grams of protein right in there and 4 grams of fiber, maybe more, because the protein might have some fiber in it too. Anyway, you don't have to love everything you put into your body. I want you to love most of it. I really do enjoy food and I enjoy the things that I eat. I did give up sugar not too long ago, and when I do eat like some berries or a piece of dark chocolate, it's like an explosion in my mouth. I digress. ACV, let's talk about that. I will link up here a video that I did on apple cider vinegar, and it will give you all the details, but I'll just give you a little brief introduction to apple cider vinegar if you've never even heard of it, or what it does. So besides the fact that it's super high in healthful substances, it can help kill harmful bacteria, and it helps lower blood sugar levels. It also aids in weight loss. So like protein and fiber, it can help increase that feeling of fullness, your satiety level. So besides satiety, it's the lowering of blood sugar and the reduction of insulin that can help you lose weight. So take apple cider vinegar every day. I do it every single morning. And if you are serious about a weight loss journey, you could even add it in before a couple meals a day. But I just take mine first thing in the morning, knock it out, don't even think about it. All right, you probably knew this one was coming. It's kind of boring, but what number? Number 8 is drink more water. Many people mistake dehydration for hunger. So drink more water and it can help suppress your appetite. It can also help boost your metabolism. But here's what water will do that I think makes a huge difference in weight loss. It will make your workouts easier and more effective. Proper hydration before, during, and after exercise is so important. When I work out, I usually have 2 big water jugs like this, and I'll finish both of them before my workout is over. Between every single exercise, I take about 2 to 3 sips out of my water. And I told you earlier, my strength training workouts are tough. Like, I need that break. I need that water break. So if you're not getting through a bunch of water during your strength training sessions, you probably could be working a little bit harder. So next time you hit the gym, just make sure you go in properly hydrated, and through that workout, you just keep drinking. And how much do I drink a day? I drink a gallon of water a day, and that doesn't include all the green tea that I drink. Yeah, I go to the bathroom a lot, but I also make sure I get my electrolytes in there. So it's lots of water, it is lots of peeing, but I want to stay hydrated. So water with the suppression of your appetite, boosting your metabolism, and then also making your workouts easier so that you can work harder will all help with weight loss. So underrated when it comes to weight loss, but you gotta drink that water. Okay, getting close. We are going on to number 9, and that is stop eating and drinking at least 3 hours before you go to bed. Because sleep is so important, I put sleep right up there with fitness and nutrition when it comes to health and wellness. But because it is so important, you don't want your body to be working as you're sleeping. If your body is still digesting food as you sleep, you're not going to get into that deep restorative sleep that your body needs so badly. Another thing that will happen if you drink, and I'm not talking water, I'm talking anything other than water, and of course that includes alcohol, or eat food before you go to bed, it actually throws off your circadian rhythm. So that's one of the main reasons you won't get into that deep restorative sleep. And this has a lot to do with how your body adjusts to insulin sensitivity. I'm going to link a video down below on insulin resistance versus insulin sensitivity because a lot of people don't know the difference, and you really should. But basically in the morning, our insulin sensitivity is high, and at night, our insulin resistance kicks in. So what does that mean if you eat or drink up until the point that you go to bed? It means those extra calories will be stored as fat. Okay, so 3 hours before bed, you gotta stop the eating and the drinking. And that leads us right into number 10, which is getting a good night's sleep. Getting a good night's sleep is going to be just as important for you on your weight loss journey as the exercise and the nutrition part of it. Lots of evidence shows that sleep may be the missing component for people struggling with weight loss. Studies have shown that people who get 6 to 7 hours of sleep a night or less have a higher BMI, body mass index, and also tend to gain weight easier. And usually people who are sleep deprived actually have a higher caloric intake than they need to. And a lot of times the choices they make are not the smart choices. So getting 8 or more hours of sleep a night will actually help you make smarter choices during the day. And getting enough sleep will help avoid decreases in metabolism. And if you get enough sleep at night, during the day and when you're doing your workouts, you're just not gonna feel as sluggish, and maybe you can work a little bit harder. Bottom line, if you're not getting a good night's sleep, you may be sabotaging your efforts to lose weight. All right, so that's my full 10, and I know I could give more. I'm gonna give you a bonus one right now, and that would be to take 5 grams of creatine every single day. I'll link my favorite one down below, but that is going to help you maintain the muscle mass that you've got already and hopefully even increase it. So that is so important for us midlife ladies out there. Okay, I'll give you one more bonus one, and this one you have to do. You have to stay patient. This is not a quick fix. This is changing your body composition. We're losing fat, not muscle, if we do it this way. So I want you to get all these steps in place, and I want you to start today. So if your weight loss efforts are just not working, or you find yourself doing the quick fix where you go on a diet to lose weight for, I don't know, a high school reunion, or to look great in your bikini, and you drop the weight and then you come home and you put it back on and you're cycling through that roller coaster and your metabolism is kind of messed up. If you do all these steps and stay focused, you'll get your metabolism back where it needs to be. You also need to be taking in enough food too, so I'm gonna link that video on reverse dieting down below, because if you're not taking in enough food, you may be storing fat. With this program, you're not just going to lose weight, you are going to lose fat specifically, and that's what we want. We're going to change your body composition by turning you into a fat burning machine. Follow these steps. You can do it. I know you can. Just get her done, and I'm here to help. All right, I could talk about this stuff all day, but I really do want to help you on your weight loss journey. I am here for you. I am going back to school, so you don't need to, and I'm taking you along on this journey. I'm going to teach you everything that I learn, and soon I'll be able to write up diet programs for people. Diet meaning the right way to eat, not diet meaning restriction. So I'm really excited about that, and I'm so thankful that you watched this video today, and I hope you got enough information from this video to give it a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed already, go ahead, smash that subscribe button and ring that notification bell. It really helps out my channel, and then you'll be the first to know when my next video drops. My name's Regan. This is Boom 50 Fitness, your new BFF for fitness and fat loss.